Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Nice to see you all. I'm just going to run through our teams and then we will start the quiz. Okay. So we have Mount Litera Zee School, Alwar, and you're represented by Pihu Gupta and Riddhi Khandelwal. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you both speak individually so I can hear you both?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Which of you is Pihu? Okay, and you're Riddhi. Okay, lovely. Our second team is from Mount Litera Zee School, Jajpur. Could you please switch on your mics? Yes, and can you introduce yourselves, please?
Ma'am, I'm Chandra Hasini.
Ma'am, I am PBS Ananya.
Chandra Hasini and PBS Ananya. Okay, well done. That was Jajpur. The third is Mount Litera Zee School, Tangi.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you please introduce yourselves?
I'm myself Ashutosh Samanta.
Ma'am, myself Priyavrat Pradhan.
Okay, Ashutosh and Priyavrat. Okay, your voice is not very clear. Can you repeat yourselves, please?
Yes, ma'am. Myself Ashutosh Samanta.
Ma'am, myself Priyavrat Pradhan.
Okay, fine. So welcome, the two of you. We have the next team that is from Mount Litera Zee School, Farrukhabad. So
Yes, ma'am.
who's that? Yes, introduce yourselves, please.
Myself, Ashutosh Shakya.
Okay, you're also an Ashutosh, and then your teammate is not there. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So you're going to be by yourself. So your teammate would have been Anushka Singh. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, all the best to you. You'll be
Thank you.
a lone wolf in our quiz today, but that's fine. You've qualified for this, so you play it. Okay. Our next team is from Mount Litera Zee School, Jaunpur. Can you introduce yourselves, please?
I'm Dr. Padra. Hello, ma'am. I am Diksha Singh.
Okay, Pragati and Diksha, welcome. And our last but not least, our sixth team is from Roorkee. Introduce yourselves, please. Okay.
Myself, Mahi.
Okay, Mahi and Aryan. So, welcome. And all your mics are working. Now, I'm going to request you all, when you're not speaking, when you're not invited to speak, to please keep your mics off. Okay? I'll ask you to speak, give you a chance to unmute yourselves, and then you can speak. Will you do that? Yeah? Okay. So, just a second. Yeah, all right. So we begin. Welcome, everybody. Good afternoon. My name is Seema Chari. MindWars presents the Mount Litera Zee School National Quiz Championship. This is the grand finale for classes 9 and 10. We have 6 teams of Mount Litera Zee School students from all over the country vying for some wonderful prizes. These prizes are sponsored by Zee Learn, and the top 2 teams stand to gain a gift voucher for 10,000 rupees and a gift voucher for 5,000 rupees, respectively. That's for the first and the runner-up teams. And they will get this from Zee Learn, and they will also get e-certificates signed by the CEO of Zee Learn. As far as I am concerned, I think all of you are champions. Remember that you have edged out various other schools, various other teams, and then you are here. You are the champion of champions already. So for you, you're the top 6 teams in the country amongst the MLZS school family, right? So from my point of view, you're all winners. I hope you are able to match up with each other, and 2 teams from this will get some fantastic prizes. But all of you, I hope you'll also have a great time quizzing with us. MindWars is the country's, and I hope eventually the world's largest knowledge platform. I hope all of you have played multiple quizzes on MindWars. Have you? You
Yes.
have? Okay. So in fact, you played an online round, which is how you have come to this spot right now. So Mind Wars has a lot of quizzes on multiple topics, every topic you can imagine, but also your school curriculum, right? So you can brush up your topics, you can brush up your general knowledge, and you can read your current affairs every single day. And that's how you pick up knowledge and assimilate better and better. The more you play, the more you win. The more you play, the more you learn by yourselves. Without a teacher, you learn. Okay. And I would like to ask you, if you've not already done so, please subscribe to our Mind Wars YouTube channel. There's lots of videos, there are quizzes, and eventually we'll have contests also on that. And at the end of your quiz today, make sure, if you've not already thought of it, take part in our state battle. Okay, there are some fantastic prizes for that as well. Mind Wars has quizzes all through the year, through the week, and through the weekend. So make sure that you keep in touch with us, either on our YouTube channel or on Facebook or on Instagram, or of course on our online platform itself, which is on Z5. Right. So my name is Seema Chari, and I have the privilege of being today's host. If you have any questions before the quiz, you can ask them right now. Do you have any? No. Okay. So I have a couple of rules. The first rule is that I want to see all your hands. Can you show me all your hands? How are you going to show me? No, like that, it looks like, "Arey, mujhe mat maro. Main marne nahi aa rahi hu." So I want your hands to show up so that I know you're not typing, you're not tapping, you're not writing, you're not drawing, and you're not pointing to something when other people are around. See, I know that your parents, your teachers, administrative people, there are people who would be around. So I don't want that to come in the way of your participation. We want this quiz to be fair for everybody. Okay, what is fair for you is fair for everyone. All right. So make sure that your hands show, and I do not see you either messing with your hands or looking elsewhere. So right now, if I'm looking like that, like that, like that, like that, like that, it means I'm employing some kind of unfair means. Either there's somebody who's giving me the answer, or there is some other screen there, or someone is Googling on my behalf, or someone's checking Wikipedia. Let's not do any of that. Okay, let's do a free and fair quiz for everybody. Is that a deal? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, super.
Yes,
Now your quiz today has 1, 2, 2A, 2B, 3, 4. So we have 4 rounds, but the second round is divided into 2 parts. Okay, so each round has different rules. I'm going to explain the rules as we go along. The most important rule is a statement that I love to make because I'm the quiz master, and the quiz master's decision is final. Okay, so no matter what, we have to make sure that the quiz goes fairly. If I feel anybody is using unfair means, I will not let them answer that particular question. Is that all right? Okay. If you don't understand something, you want me to repeat, I'm happy to repeat. Okay. So if we're ready, let's go straight into round 1. And here are your rules. Okay. So round 1 is image connection. You're supposed to connect the given images. Now, what does that mean? There is a topic, and the different images or the pictures, they're called pictures or images, right? The pictures all have something in common. That is what I'm going to ask you. The question will carry that something. You have to answer what it is that they have in common. Is that clear? Let's see how it goes. Okay, but you get 10 points if you get the right answer. There are 6 questions in all. Each team gets 1 question. No passing. So my recommendation to you is try it. What is the worst? You'll get an incorrect answer. I'm not going to cut any points for that. No negative marking, no passing in this round. All clear? Yes? Anybody has a doubt as to what an image connection is? Okay, all good. All good. So let's take a look at our first team. So the first team is Mount Litera Zee School, Alvar. Everybody else, keep your mics muted. Alvar, please unmute yourselves. Okay, wonderful. And here is your question. Okay, these are three politicians. You may know their faces. You don't need to identify the politicians. What I want you to identify is the ministry with which you can connect all three politicians. All three of them are connected or have been connected to some ministry. They were the minister of something. All three. Which one are we talking about? Alvar?
Yes.
Yes. What's the answer? You know these politicians? Do you recognize them? I'll tell you what, I'll help you with that. Okay. So on the left, you have George Fernandez. In the middle, you have Lalu Prasad Yadav. And on the right, you have Mamta Banerjee. But all three of them once held the highest level of minister in one particular ministry. Which ministry was that? Okay, I'll have to stop there. Okay, no more time for that. Does anybody want to just take a guess? You don't get points, but you can always guess.
Chief
Minister.
Sorry?
She's saying Minister.
Chief Minister is not a central ministry. That's a state ministry, right? I mean, it's not even a ministry. It's just the head of state. The head of state is the governor, but it's the executive head of the state. So that's the chief minister, but no. Railways is the right answer. You don't get points for that, but yes, they have all once been the minister of railways. Okay. Of course, two of them went on to become chief ministers also of certain states. Okay. And that was the first question. Never mind. Next question goes to Mount Litera Zee School, Jajpur. And here is your set of images. Okay. Yeah. Of which Indian state are these the state symbols? On top left is a bird, bottom left is an animal, and on the right is a very distinctive looking flower. So please unmute yourselves, Mount Litera, Jajpur, and give me the answer. You just have to tell me the state. And since I gave the first team a clue, I'm going to give you also a clue. Okay. On top left is the hornbill. Bottom left is the mithun. And on the right is something called a foxtail orchid. So these are state symbols of which Indian state?
Arunachal Pradesh.
Arunachal Pradesh is absolutely the right answer. And with that, you get 10 points, Jajpur. That's well done, well begun. I'm going to let this go to the next team now. Third question. This is to Mount Litera Zee School, Tangi. And here is your set of images. With which 2021 event can you connect the following Indian sports? So I'll identify the sports for you. They are Gatka, Kalaripayattu, Thangta, and Malkham. Which 2021 event would you connect them all to? Yes, Priyabrat and Ashutosh. I'm going to have to let that go. So, Mount Litera Zee School, Tangi, you've not been able to give the answer. Anybody wants to take a guess?
Ma'am, gymnastic.
They're not gymnastics, although some of them require a lot of gymnastics ability.
Yes, ma'am.
Then? Okay, so in 2021, there were the Khelo India Youth Games, and these were 4 Indian sports that were introduced at the Khelo India Youth Games 2021 for the very first time. Okay, some of them are very traditional sports, as you can see. Okay, so Khelo India has been a national games event, and these 4 games were introduced for the first time in this year's edition. All right. So I'm sorry, Mount Litera Zee School, Tangi, you did not get this answer correct, but no matter, there are several other rounds for you to make up. Farrukhabad. We only have one person from Farrukhabad, but here is your question. Here it goes. Okay. Only, and it's in 2 parts. There are 5 women who've won this award. Okay. The 4 women you can see here are very well known. One is Indira Gandhi, one is Lata Mangeshkar, one is MS Subbulakshmi, and one is Mother Teresa. I want you to complete this list with a 5th name. If you know what award was won only by 5 women, you will be able to guess it. So if you give me the name of the award, I will still give you points. Only 5 women have won this award. Either give me the name of the award or give me the name of the 5th woman. Yes?
Name of the award is Nobel Prize.
Is?
Nobel Prize.
Nobel Prize.
Yes.
Okay, I can't give that to you. So, anybody wants to try?
Ma'am, Bharat Ratna.
Bharat Ratna. So, only 5. So, Bharat Ratna has been given to a lot of people, but only 5 women have so far won it. 4 of those women are right here: MS Subbulakshmi, Indira Gandhi, Lata Mangeshkar, and Mother Teresa. The 5th woman was Aruna Asaf Ali. Okay, so I would have given you the prize, well, not the prize, but I'd have given you points either for Aruna Asaf Ali or for a Bharat Ratna. But as it happens, you didn't give me either answer. Never mind, Farrukhabad. There's always another round to win more points. So, Jaunpur, your question. So, everybody else, please mute yourselves. Jaunpur, unmute yourself. Here is your question. With which state would you associate these GI tagged products? So let me tell you a little bit about them. GI tags are geographical indication tags. Okay, it means that they are made in a particular place only. All right, you have to tell me in which state are these 3 products made. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a clue. Okay. One, as you can see, is a kind of sari, embroidery, okay, and pattern. One is a metal craft, an example of a kind of metal craft, okay. And the third is the dish called halim. So you have to identify the state. Yes, Jaunpur. Can you, yeah?
Gujarat.
It's not Gujarat. Anybody wants to take a guess?
Ma'am, Hyderabad.
Well, Hyderabad is not a state. So the state would have been Telangana. Okay. So that is Pemberti metal craft. Okay. And that is, as you correctly identified, Halim is Hyderabadi Halim. And those saris are called Gadwal saris. But they all come from Telangana. Okay. With that, we are moving to the last team in this round, and that is Mount Litera Zee School, Roorkee. Please switch on your mics, and here is your question. Okay. With which divine character can you connect these people? You know these people? Roorkee? Do you know these people? Okay. At least you know some of them. Now, this is not a complete list, but if you get the 4 names, you will get the character or the divine character. A divine character is like a god. You can connect these 4 people with that god. Let me help you a little bit. Okay, on the top left, you have a former Prime Minister of India, right? Who's Sri Narasimha Rao. On the top right, you have an actress called Kalki Kyoshlin. On the bottom left was a lawyer called Ram Jethmalani. And on the bottom right is a cricketer called Krishnamachari Shrikant. Now, which is the divine character who connects all these? Yes, Roorkee. Okay, I can't give it to you, kids, because, I've given a lot of time already. Anybody wants to take a guess?
Vishnu.
Roorkee, you were too late, okay, in answering, so I can't give it to you. Okay, and you switched your mic off in between, so I can't accept that answer. All right, but you were right. You didn't switch off the mic.
Yes.
Right, I'll grant it to you, so Roorkee, you're absolutely right. It is Vishnu. So Vishnu is known for the 10 forms or incarnations that he took. Okay, they're called the Dasha Avatar. And 4 of those avatars, in fact, we have the 4th avatar is Narasimha. The 10th avatar, who's not yet come, actually, is Kalki. And in between, we have Ram and Krishna, okay, who are avatars number either 7 and 8 or 7 and 9. It depends on which list you follow. But nonetheless, these are avatars of Lord Vishnu, Dashavatar. So well done, Roorkee. You also picked up 10 points. Just be careful when I give a certain amount of time. I request you to please follow that time limit. Okay, it's more or less fair for everybody. All right. So if you're planning to give an answer, please ask me to wait. All right. So fabulous. End of round 1. And we have some scores for you. Let's see what you have scored so far. Okay, so we have 4 teams that have not yet opened their scores: Alwar, Tangi, Farrukhabad, and Jaunpur. But don't worry, there are plenty of other questions and rounds for you. And Mount Litera Zee School, Jajpur, and Mount Litera Zee School, Roorkee, have opened their accounts and have 10 points each. We will move straight into round number 2. And with that, let me tell you the rules of this round. Okay, so this round is a grid round. The grid is going to have 16 topics, 16 boxes with 16 topics written in them. You have 16 questions, but only 12 questions will be asked based on the topic of your choice. So we will start with team 1, and team 1 is Mount Litera Zee School, Alwar, and team 6 is Roorkee. Okay, so it'll go in order. So first, Albert, you choose your topic. You will be asked a question. There's a question hiding behind that topic tile. Once you answer that question, we will move on to the next, and that goes on to the next team. In case you do not answer or you answer incorrectly, the question will get passed to the next team. Okay, and at the end of the first 6 questions, I will then reverse the round. So team 6, which is Roorkee, will get the 7th question, and we will end with team Alwar for the 12th question. Is that clear? Again, there is no negative marking, but you get 10 points for the correct answer, whether direct or on the pass. All clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Super. Okay, so here is round 2, and here is your grid. So, Team Alwar, please tell me what you want to choose. Yes, Alwar.
Games. Games.
Games. Games. Here is your question on games. Identify these playing cards whose name is derived from the Persian word meaning treasure. The rest of you, please look straight into your camera, please. All of you look straight into your camera. Okay, Alwar, I'm going to let that pass. Please mute yourselves. Jajpur, unmute yourselves and give me an answer if you know it. Okay, Jajpur not answering. Tangi, do you want to try this? Please unmute yourselves and try. Not very sure. Let's move on to Farrukhabad. Yes? Yes? It's not khazana. Well tried, because it is certainly a word that means treasure, but there are no playing cards called khazana. Okay, Farrukhabad. Okay, not answering. Jaunpur, do you want to try?
Yes, ma'am. Tarot.
Oh, they're not tarot cards. No, they're not tarot cards. And finally, Roorkee. Okay, oops, that was a difficult question. Anyway, these playing cards are called Ganjifa cards, and they are famous from Mysore, but they're also famous from various other places, including towns in Odisha. But this particular one has a GI tag from Karnataka. They're Mysore Ganjifa cards. Okay, something new, right, that you know about today. So I hope at least at the end of this quiz, you will know what a Ganjifa card is. Okay, so no, it's definitely not tarot cards. So Mount Litera Zee School, Jajpur, what do you want to choose? What topic do you pick?
Bollywood.
Bollywood. Okay, everybody's favorite, Bollywood. Here's your question. Who is the more famous sister of these twin brothers? Jajpur, you're on mute. Do not mute yourselves. Okay, never mind. You can mute yourselves now. Please unmute yourselves, Tangi, and give me an answer. These are twin brothers. Their sister is more famous. Perhaps their father is also very famous. But I want to know the name of the sister. Okay, let's move on to Farrukhabad. Yes, MLZS Farrukhabad. Not very sure. Okay, let's move on to Jaunpur. Don't you watch Bollywood movies? Or maybe you can't say it because your sirs and ma'ams are around you. Okay, last but not least, Roorkee.
Sonakshi Sinha.
Say it again. Sonakshi Sinha, yes. So these are Love and Kush Sinha, the sons of Shatrughan Sinha, a Bollywood actor and now politician. And their sister is possibly more famous than them because she has been in Bollywood as an actress, as a successful actress now for a long time. So that is Sonakshi Sinha. Well done, Roorkee. You pick yourselves 10 beautiful points. And now the third team to choose your topic is Mount Litera Zee School, Tangi. So Ashutosh and Priyabrat, what do you want to choose?
And history.
History? Did you say history? Okay. Okay. So here's your question on history. Everybody else, please mute yourselves. Okay. On April 14, 1944, which city became the first in India to witness the hoisting of the flag of the Indian National Army? The very graceful Khamba Toiba dance also originated here.
Ma'am, New Delhi.
Not New Delhi. So this question passes to Farrukhabad. Okay, passing on to Jaunpur.
Rajasthan. Rajasthan.
No, it's not. Roorkee? Not sure. Okay, Alvar? Say that again. No, it's not. Not Calcutta. And finally, Tangi.
It is Agra.
It's not Agra.
Can I see?
Yes, Jajpur. Yes.
It is Moirang.
It is Moirang. It is Moirang. Well done. So, Jajpur, you pick up 10 points there. And the third question is done. So, the fourth question is for MLZS Farrukhabad. Ashutosh, you are alone, but no matter. Here is your question, your grid. Choose your question. What topic do you want?
An instrument.
Did you say instrument? Here is a question on instrument. Identify this musical instrument that is primarily played by the Bhopa community of Rajasthan. And listen to it. Go. Okay. Yes?
Is it Ragi?
No, it's not. And let's ask Jaunpur. No, never heard the instrument. All right, Roorkee.
No, Sarangi.
It's not the Sarangi. Alvar? Not sure. Okay. Jajpur?
Ma'am, it is Ravan Hatan.
It is the Ravan Hatta. Well done, Jajpur. You're picking up points for on behalf of everybody else. Great job. 10 points to you. And this fourth question is done. The fifth question goes to the Mount Litera Zee School, Jaunpur. And what topic do you want to choose, Jaunpur?
Can we choose Bollywood?
Bollywood is already chosen, so you have to choose something else.
No, words.
Words. Words. What a lovely topic. Here is words. Which terrestrial marsupial, okay, terrestrial means it lives on land. Marsupial is an animal that carries its baby in a pouch, okay, like a kangaroo, but this is not a kangaroo. It gets its name from a Telugu word meaning pig rat. And the Telugu word is pandikokku. So what animal are we talking about? It means pig rat. But I'm looking for an English word. The Telugu word is pandikokku. Jajpur, please do not look here and there. Keep looking at the screen. So this is an English word of Telugu origin. Okay. Roorkee, do you have an answer?
Koala.
Not a koala. Wait, this is a quiz on India. So not a koala. Alvar? Not very sure. It's okay. Jajpur?
Ma'am, it is lesser bandicoot.
It's a, I'm sorry, say that again.
It is lesser bandicoot.
Okay, it's the bandicoot. Well, all right. I'll give you the points for this. 10 points to you, Jajpur. I have to request you not to look here and there because, you know, there is really no way I can check whether you're looking into some other screen or not. Okay, so I would request you not to rouse my suspicions. All right. The last question in this first half of round 2 goes to Mount Litera Zee School, Roorkee. Roorkee, what is your topic of choice?
Mythology.
Mythology. Let's give you a question on mythology. Here it is. Okay, very long question, but it's a very simple answer. I'll give you 5 points for each of the blanks. According to the Mausala Parva of the Mahabharata, 36 years after the Kurukshetra battle, a group of youths, young people, played a prank, okay, a joke on a group of rishis traveling through the region. Dash, one person, pretended to be a pregnant woman, and his friends asked the rishis to predict the sex of the child. One of the rishis saw through the prank and got very angry and cursed him, okay, because he was a man pretending to be a pregnant woman, right? Cursed him, saying that he would indeed give birth, but to an iron mace, okay? A mace is a gada, right? And it would be the cause of the annihilation of the entire Dash clan. I want you to identify this character and the name of the clan that he belonged to. Each of them, I'll give you 5 points. The last member of this clan to die was Krishna. So here's your clue. Okay, I don't want anybody else's voices.
Jadhav.
Okay, and?
Second one, I think Jadhav.
And? First blank? You don't know. Okay, so the second blank is the Yadav clan or the Jadav clan. Yes, you're absolutely right. And I'm going to allow, and that's 5 points to you, Roorkee. Alvar, do you know the name of this person? Okay. Jajpur, do you? Okay. Tangi, do you know this? Passing on to Farrukhabad. Passing on to Jaunpur. Okay, so these are 5 points that the quizmaster will retain. So the name of this character was Samba, okay, of the Yadav clan or the Jadav clan. Nonetheless, we come to the end of one half of round 2. The second half is now going to go backwards, which means it goes from team 6 to team 1. Team 6 in this case is Roorkee. So Roorkee, you get a chance to pick your topic again immediately. Which topic do you like?
Temple. Temple.
Okay, temple. Here is your temple. Identify this temple in Tamil Nadu that is named so because of its proximity, nearness to the Bay of Bengal. It is close to the Bay of Bengal. So what is its name? Not sure? Okay, Roorkee, please mute yourselves. Jaunpur, you can unmute and try and answer.
Mahabaleshwar.
It's not Mahabaleshwar. Farrukhabad, do you want to try this?
It is Konark.
It's not the Konark temple. That's not in Tamil Nadu, by the way. So, MLZS Tangi. Your big clue is proximity next to the Bay of Bengal. That's your huge clue. Okay, fine. Jajpur?
Ma'am, it's Shore Temple.
Correct. It's the shore temple at Mahabalipuram or Mamalapuram. It is literally on the shore. So Jajpur, very, very well picked up points there. The next question in this round, and that is the topic that can go to Jaunpur. Jaunpur, what topic would you like?
Dance.
Dance. Here is your question on dance. Okay, this is a classical dance form. It takes its name from a female form of Lord Vishnu. So here it is. It's just a picture. It's a video. Okay, it's a video. So let's watch this video. Okay, Jaunpur, what classical dance form did you just see? It takes its name from a female form of Lord Vishnu.
Mohini.
Mohini. So what is the name of the form, of the dance form? I'll give it to you. Let's just give it to you. So Mohini, of course, is the female form of Lord Vishnu. And this dance form is called Mohini Attam. Okay, Mohini Attam from Kerala. And it's a very graceful form, as you can see. All right. So Mohini Attam, Mount Litera Zee School, Jaunpur, you pick up 10 points for that question. The next question goes to MLZS, Farrukhabad, Ashutosh. What are you going to choose? What topic do you want? I can't hear you, Vache. Switch on your mic.
And fort.
Forts. Here is your question on a fort. Okay. This is an image of which impenetrable island fortress. So it's an island. It's fortified. It's a huge fort. And it used to be considered invincible. Nobody could win it. So if you were in this fort, you were you were, set. Okay. It was ruled by the Portuguese for many centuries. What is it called? Yes, MLZS Farrukhabad. Quick. Okay, I'm going to let this pass to Tangi. Please switch off your mic. Farrukhabad, Tangi, please switch on your mic and let me know what the answer is. It's an island fortress. And it was ruled by the Portuguese. Sorry. It was ruled by the Portuguese. Okay, Jajpur.
Ma'am, Diu.
Diu is absolutely the right answer. Very well done, Jajpur. You get 10 beautiful points for that. The impenetrable fort of Diu. It was, of course, one of the Portuguese colonies. And then later it became part of Goa, Daman and Diu. Then it became part of Daman and Diu. And now it is part of Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli. But Diu remains an island and you can still see some remains of the fort. Okay, well done. So that was a question for Farrukhabad. Tangi, this is your chance to pick up 10 points. Here is your grid. Choose your topic.
Ma'am, lakes.
Lakes. All right. Here is a question on a lake. Okay, long question. According to the Skanda Puran, a great demon lived here. After Vishnu slew the demon's dwelling place filled up with water, which was made salty by that horrible fiend's blood. So that's all very gory, but that's part of our mythology. It was also mentioned in the N.A. It was discovered in 1823 by J.E. Alexander, and after that has been studied in very great detail by the United States Geological Survey as well as NASA. So it's a real lake. It's mentioned in the Skanda Puran, but it is also mentioned in history in multiple documents. Which lake in the Deccan Plateau is being spoken about? So this is a question for Mount Litera Zee School, Tangi. A lake that is part of mythology, but is also part of history. And it's a real lake. So which one is this? Not sure? Jajpur, do you want to try?
Ma'am, Lunar Lake.
Lunar Lake is absolutely the right answer. The reason why NASA is so interested in Lunar Lake is that it is a lake that has been formed by a meteor falling on it. And so it has a whole lot of very unusual qualities, which is probably why it is a part of mythology and legend. Jajpur, well done. And it is your chance now to pick up your own topic and get 10 more points.
Ma'am, food.
Food. Food. Here's a question on food. Chapra is a delicacy from the Bastar region of Chhattisgarh. It's a fiery, red, spicy chutney-like preparation, which is distinguished by its unique main or principal ingredient. What is this ingredient? Yes, Jajpur.
Ma'am, rice.
It's not rice. Okay, so it's a red colored a spicy chutney, right? So there's something else in it. What is that main ingredient? Okay, Alvar, do you have an answer? Just guess.
Cheese, ma'am.
Say it again.
Cheese, ma'am.
Cheese. No, it's not.
Cheese,
Okay. Roorkee?
cheese, ma'am.
I couldn't hear. No, I know that. Okay. So, Roorkee? Okay. Jaunpur?
Red chili.
Not red chili. Well tried though, Jaunpur. That's a very, very likely answer, but it's not. Farrukhabad? Okay, and tangi. Okay, believe it or not, this is a delicacy that is made of, it's a chutney made out of red ants.
Ma'am, may I guess?
I've already told you the answer, but yeah, it's red ants or red ant eggs. Okay, so the color is given by the, well, you know, different people eat different things, right? So this is a local delicacy made of red ants. So if you want a lot of protein, it might be a good idea to go and try chapra in Chhattisgarh. Okay, last question in this round. This goes to MLZS Alvar. Which question would you want to pick?
Music.
Music. Let's see a question on music. Okay, this is a genre of music, a type of music which is sung in Avdhi and Braj Bhasha. It derives its name from a Hindi word meaning walking with dance steps. Listen to it. Go. Play.
रे सवरिया रे तुम बिन आवे न चैन।
Okay.
रे सवरिया।
Okay. So, as you can make out, the language is very rustic. It's from Braj Bhasha. What is this form of music? What is this genre of music? And this is a question for MLZS Alvar. Okay, passing on to Roorkee. Passing on to Jaunpur. It's not Birha. Farrukhabad. Okay, Tangi. And finally, Jajpur. Okay, so walking with dance steps. Okay, when you have a sort of movement which is like dance, have you heard of the word thumka? So but that's not the style of music. The genre of music is thumri. Okay, it's a very beautiful, very playful kind of music. Okay, it takes its name from walking with dance steps, and with that we come to the end of our grid round. We've gone through 12 questions in this round. I think some teams have literally picked up points on other people's questions, but overall, I think we have a decent score. Let's take a look at our scores at the end of round 2. Okay, so some teams are still yet to open their accounts. Does not matter, believe it or not, because we still have 2 more rounds and they're pretty high scoring. So you can always open your account and you never know, you might even beat them to the top. So Alvar, Tangi and Farrukhabad, right now you've not yet opened your score. Jaunpur, you have 10. Roorkee, you have 25. And right now racing right at the top are the girls from Jajpur with 70 points. But please remember, we have 2 more rounds to go, and especially the last round is very high scoring. So let's, without any further ado, go straight into round 3. And let me tell you the rules of this round. Can we have round 3, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So this is called Wipeout. What does Wipeout mean? I'm going to show you again a grid. Okay, this time the grid will have 9 words. How many words? 9 words. Okay, 9 items on the grid. 6 of them match, 3 of them do not match. And what do they have to match with? They have to match with the basic question. So let me give you an example. Suppose I tell you, these are the names of 6 colors and 3 things which are not color. So suppose the Wipeout grid has red, yellow, green, blue, water, sky, yellow, purple, orange. Which are the words that do not match colors?
Water and sky.
Water and sky are not colors. Okay. But in our grid, we will have 9 items, of which 6 will be the correct answers, 3 will be incorrect answers. Okay. So you get 2 points for every correct answer. Okay. You have a total of 6 chances to give correct answers. Each team has 6 chances to give me a correct answer. After you try 6 names, we will see whether you get points or not. Okay. Let's take a look at the Wipeout round. And here it is for the first team, and that is Pihu and Riddhi from Mount Litera Zee School, Alwar. Here is your Wipeout, and your Wipeout is consisting of 9 words, of which 6 words are of Indian origin, 3 words were not of Indian origin. So everybody else, please keep quiet. This round does not pass, so it doesn't matter if you know the answer. You're not going to get points for it. So Alwar, start naming items that you think. Pandit, okay. Then say that again.
Guru.
Guru. Say it again. I can't hear you, girls. I can't hear you at all.
Mughal.
Mughal, okay. Quick.
Dacoit.
Dacoit, okay.
Potato.
Potato. Oops, that's incorrect. And one
Horse.
last chance. Last word.
Thug.
Did she say thug? Thug. Okay, thug. Absolutely right. So only one error in this. Dacoit, Pandit, thug, Guru and Mughal are indeed from Indian words. The last correct answer was Sepoy from Sipahi. Okay, so potato, gallery, and captain are not of Indian origin. All right, so you get 5 out of 6 correct. Fantastic. So you get 10 points on this round. Well done, Alwar. Let's move on to Jajpur. Jajpur, you have a grid of 9 items right up here. Identify the 6 Mahindra cars in this. Switch on your mics, please, Jajpur, and go.
Ma'am, Bolero,
Bolero,
Scorpio,
Scorpio,
ma'am, XUV,
XUV,
ma'am, Berito,
Verito,
ma'am, Thar,
sorry,
Thar,
Thar,
ma'am, Tiger,
Tiger. Oops. So Tiger was again the only incorrect answer. You get 5 correct answers here. So the 2 that you missed out, I mean, two of them were correct, sorry. 1 that you missed out was marksman. Okay, so well done. 10 points to you as well, Jajpur. And let's move on to the next team. That's the Mount Litera Zee School. Tangi, this is your chance to pick up some points. Here is your grid. Okay, you have to identify Hindustani classical music artists.
Ma'am, Bismillah
Bismillah
Khan.
Khan.
एक एक करके बताओ.
Bismillah Khan.
Bismillah Khan.
Hari Prasad Chaurasia.
Hari Prasad Chaurasia. Well done.
Ravi Shankar.
Ravi Shankar.
Ma'am, Vishwamohan Bhatt.
Vishwa Mohan Bhatt.
Ma'am, Aruna Sairam.
Aruna Sairam. Uh-oh. Doesn't matter. Last chance.
Ma'am, Bhimsen Joshi.
Bhimsen Joshi is the right answer. So the only one that you missed out was V.N. Bhatkhande. Kishore Kumar, of course, was a Bollywood singer, and Yesudas and Aruna Sairam are Carnatic classical musicians. So you also get 10 points, 5 correct answers. Very, very well done. So finally, Tangi, you've opened your account. I love that. So Farrukhabad, here is your chance. Ashutosh, come on, let's go. Indian wrestlers, come on.
Ma'am, Vinesh Fogart,
Vinesh Fogart, correct.
Sonali Fogart,
Sonali Fogart, ouch, incorrect.
Sakshi Malik,
Sakshi Malik, correct.
Babita Kumari,
Babita Kumari, correct.
Deepak Nivas Hoda,
Deepak Nivas Huda, incorrect. And last chance,
Yogeshwar Dutt.
Yogeshwar Dutt. And that is correct. Okay, so you get 4 correct answers out of a possible 6. So you open your account, Ashutosh, with 8 points. Okay, so let's go on to the next team. That is Jaunpur. And Jaunpur, here is your grid. GI tag products from Maharashtra. So these are geographical indication products. Some of them are edible, some of them are not. But they are typically made in these places. So, Solapur Chadar. Well begun.
Solapuri Rumal.
Solapuri Rumal. Oops.
Mahabaleshwar Strawberry.
Mahabaleshwar Strawberry. Well done.
And Bhivapur Mango.
Bhivapur Mango. Not so well done.
And Pathani Sari.
Paithani sari. It's not Pathani, it's Paithani. And you're right. And the last?
Ambe Mohar Rice.
Ambe Mohar rice is correct. Well done. So the remaining 2 that you did not get were Puneri Pagdi and Ratnagiri mango. Thank God you did not say Ajara turmeric, but you've got 8 points. Well done. Roorkee, last grid for you. And let's take a look. Okay, you need to identify Indian satellites. Ooh, all right, let's go.
Chandra.
Chandra. Uh-oh, not well begun. Doesn't matter.
Ma'am, Saral.
Saral. Correct.
Ma'am, Risat.
I didn't hear you.
Ma'am, Risat.
Resat. Correct. Next.
Ma'am,
Quick, quick,
Mavin.
quick.
Mavin.
Huh?
Mavin.
Mavin.
Maven. Okay. Incorrect.
Emisat.
Emisat is correct. And last.
Isis.
Hysis is correct. And let's see the two that you missed out. Okay. So you should have said Cartosat and Astrosat, but never mind. You got 4 out of a possible 6 correct. And that gives you 8 points. So this was a pretty high scoring round, as in all those people who weren't sure whether they were going to get a score or not. You have finally got a score for yourselves. Now let's go on to the absolutely last round. But before we do the last round, we have to calculate the points and give you a score. But in the meantime, let me tell you a little bit about the last round. Okay, so this last round is going to be a rapid fire round. We don't have a buzzer, so we have a rapid fire. I'm going to ask each team in turn 10 questions, which have to be answered in 60 seconds. Okay, whether you know the answer or not, you give an answer and I'll move on to the next. Each team will nominate one person to speak. Ashutosh cannot nominate anybody. So Farrukhabad, it's just you. In all other teams, one member will be chosen to answer. Your mic should be on at all times. You should look either at each other or at the screen. I will only listen to the answer provided by one of you, whoever is chosen. Is that all right? Yeah? Okay. So before we move to this rapid fire round, let's take a look at your scores and see where you stand. Okay, so we have, everybody has opened their scores. Farrukhabad, you are now on 8. The next in line are Alwar and Tangi. You have 10 points already. With Jaunpur has 18. Roorkee has 33, but still leading the pack is Jajpur with 80 points. Now, let me tell you the good news in this round. The good news in this round is that you have a chance to pick up 50 points on the board, because I have 10 questions for you. If you answer all 10 correct within 60 seconds, you have 50 points. So anybody can win. Do you realize that? It's anybody's game. Okay. If you answer the question correctly, I'll give you 5 points. If you answer incorrectly, I will minus 2 points. You could score up to 50 points, or you could also score minus how much? Hello, 9th and 10th class students. You can either score 50 points or you can score minus 20 in this round. Okay, so the first team, as always, is MLZS Alwar. Where are you? Everybody else, please mute yourselves.
Yeah.
Yes. Alwar, which of you is going to choose to answer? Sorry, just a second. Okay, she's a Pihu is going to answer. Wonderful. Now, Pihu, I'm going to ask you the 10 questions. The timer will start. Just take a look at the timer. Can you see this timer?
Yes.
Okay. The timer will start only after the first question. When you give the answer to the first question, your timer will start. From that, 60 seconds. Okay. If you don't know an answer, don't waste time. Go on to the next. Don't waste time. Because remember, 60 seconds means you have a little more than 6 seconds per question. That's all. Because your timer starts after the first question. So don't waste time. You can consult with each other loudly. It doesn't matter. I will only consider answers as given by Pihu. Clear? Shall we start? Yes, Alwar? Okay. So, here is the first question. Who was the first emperor of the Maurya Empire? Correct. Among Indian states, Assam receives the first rays of the sun every morning. True or false?
Yes, true.
Incorrect. Which Bollywood actor's autobiography is titled Unfinished? It's an actress. Okay. Who was the first individual Olympic medalist from independent India? Okay. The capital of which Indian state is named after the father of the nation? Can't hear you.
Please repeat.
The capital of which Indian state is named after the father of the nation? Okay. Who is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha? I started, so I'll finish. Who is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha? Okay, never mind. You got a little stressed there. Doesn't matter. The first emperor of the Maurya Empire is Chandragupta Maurya. Well answered. Among Indian states, Assam receives the first rays of the sun. Incorrect. It is Arunachal Pradesh. So that was a -2. The Bollywood actress whose autobiography is titled Unfinished is Priyanka Chopra Jonas. The first individual Olympic medalist from independent India was K.D. Jadhav. The capital of an Indian state named after the father of the nation. I mean, the capital is Gandhinagar and the state is Gujarat. And the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha is the vice president of India. Okay. Next question set for Mount Litera Zee School in Jajpur. Jajpur, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Which of you is going to answer the questions?
Ma'am Chandra.
Okay, Chandra is going to answer. So Chandra, you remember that in case your teammate wants to give you an answer, you can take it or decide not to take it. I will only listen to the answers that you give. All right? Okay, fine. And the timer will start after I finish the first question. Right. Question 1. With which Indian state would you associate the Kali Ghat style of painting?
Pass.
Okay. What is the name of India's first full-length motion picture? Who was the leader of the British forces in the Battle of Plassey? Along with Manpreet Singh, who was India's flag bearer in the Tokyo Olympics?
Ma'am Mary Kom.
Correct. India's latest entry to the Academy Awards is Jallikattu. In which language is this film made?
Ma'am Pass.
Gujarat is the state with the longest coastline in India. True or false?
Ma'am False.
Incorrect. Who was the first speaker of the Lok Sabha? Which is the only city in India to have an operational tramway system? That's fine. And time was up. So, Jajpur, you got 1 correct. Right. Okay, so the Kali Ghat style of painting is associated with West Bengal. The first full-length motion picture from India was Raja Harish Chandra. The leader of the British forces in the Battle of Plassey was Robert Clive. Yes, you were right about Mary Kom. She was India's co-flag bearer in the Tokyo Olympics. India's latest entry to the Academy Awards is Jallikattu. The language is Malayalam. Gujarat is the state with the longest coastline in India. You answered that incorrectly. The first speaker of the Lok Sabha was G.V. Mavlankar. And the only city in India to have an operational tramway system is Kolkata. So you get one correct and one incorrect answer. So you two end up with 3 points in this round. The next team to play is Mount Litera Zee School, Tangi. So Tangi, are you ready? Which of you is going to answer?
Samant. Ma'am, Samant.
I'm sorry.
I'm Priyavrat.
Hello, decide between you. Priyavrat is answering?
Yes.
Okay, Priyavrat, you're going to answer the set. So here are your questions. After the first question, you will start your timer. Okay. Question 1. Who was the architect of Rashtrapati Bhavan? Which state's capital is famous for the Kohima War Cemetery? Which river is known as the Padma in Bangladesh?
Ma'am, Brahmaputra.
Incorrect. Which archaeological site's name translates to Mound of the Dead Men? Who was the first recipient of the Khel Ratna Award? Which state's capital is named after Maharaja Savai Jai Singh II? Who is the author of the book Swami and Friends? Okay, time's up. You answered one question, but that was unfortunately incorrect. So you get a -2 in this round, Tangi. I'm so sorry about this, but let's take a look at the questions that you did not answer. Okay, so the architect of Rashtrapati Bhavan is Edwin Lutyens. The state's capital famous for the Kohima War Cemetery, that was the state capital of Nagaland. Kohima is the capital of Nagaland. The Padma in Bangladesh is known as the Ganga in India. The archaeological site whose name translates to Mound of the Dead Men is Mohenjo-daro. The first recipient of the Khel Ratna Award was Vishwanathan Anand. The state's capital, named after Maharaja Savai Jai Singh II, was Rajasthan because it's called Jaipur in his honor. The author of the book Swami and Friends was R.K. Narayan. The next team to play is Farrukhabad. Ashutosh, you are the only representative in your team. So here is your set of 60 seconds and 10 questions. Your timer will start once you give the answer to my first question. Here it is. In 2012, who became the first Indian to win an Olympic medal in badminton?
Saina Nehwal.
Correct. Which is the oldest Ved?
Repeat, ma'am.
Which is the oldest Ved?
Next
There are
question.
4 Veds. There are 4 Veds. Which is the oldest Ved? Passing. Which state capital was known as Patliputra in ancient India?
Visakhapatnam.
Which Indian actor was born as Inkalab Srivastava?
Next question.
With which Indian state would you associate the Varli style of painting? Who is the author of the book The Namesake? In
Repeat
terms
it.
of area, who is the author of the book The Namesake?
One.
Okay.
Next question.
In terms of area, which cold and mountainous region is the largest Lok Sabha constituency? In terms of size, area. Okay, you lost time there, but never mind. So, we have the oldest Ved was the Rig Ved, which you did not answer. Saina Nehwal was correct. The ancient city of Patliputra is today called Patna. So you got one correct and one incorrect, and you didn't answer the rest of them. The Indian actor born as Inkilab Srivastava is actually Amitabh Bachchan. The Indian state with which you would associate the Varli style of painting is Maharashtra. The author of the book, the namesake, is Jhumpa Lahiri. And in terms of area, Ladakh is the largest Lok Sabha constituency. So with that, we come to Jaunpur. Jaunpur, your rapid fire set is ready. Please tell me which of you is going to play this round.
Pragati.
Okay, Pragati is going to play. Pragati, I will ask you 10 questions. Your timer will start after the first question once you give an answer. If you don't know an answer, quickly move on to the next question. Don't waste time.
Yes.
Okay, right. And let's start. With which Indian state is the Madhubani style of art associated?
Pass.
Rana Daggubati was the director of Bahubali. True or false?
No, false.
Correct. On which river is Majuli, the world's largest river island, located?
Pass.
What was Gautam Buddha's first name, birth name?
Siddharth.
Correct. In 2006, who became the first Indian to be part of the top 50 golfers in the world?
Pass.
At which state capital would you take a flight from the Kempe Gowda International Airport?
Pass.
Which state elects the most members to the Indian Parliament?
Pass.
Which train running between Mumbai and Gorakhpur is named after a very well-known work by Munshi Premchand?
Pass.
Who, along with Esther Duflo and Michael Kramer, was awarded the 2019 Nobel Prize in Economics?
Pass.
Okay, time's up. Jaunpur, you did well to pass questions that you didn't know, but at the end of it, I don't know whether you answered too many questions. So Madhubani is a style of art associated with Bihar. Rana Daggubati was not the director of Bahubali, and that was correctly answered by you as false. Majuli is indeed located on the Brahmaputra, which also you answered correctly. And you answered Gautam Buddha's birth name, which is Siddharth, which is also correct. So that was 3 correct answers. They did answer. Yeah. Okay, sorry. So you get 3 correct answers and no incorrect answers. You just didn't answer the other questions, right? So the first Indian to be part of the top 50 golfers in the world, it was Jeev Milkha Singh. Kempe Gowda International Airport serves the city of Bangalore. The train running between Mumbai and Gorakhpur, named after Munshi Premchand's work, is called Godan Express. And the state that elects the maximum number of members to the Indian Parliament is Uttar Pradesh. But not bad, you've got 3 answers right, and that gives you 15 points. Roorkee, you are the last team here, and let's see how you fare. With this, we will come to the end of this quiz. Which of you is going to play this, Roorkee?
Mahi.
Mahi is going to play. So Mahi, as always, I'll ask you 10 questions. Your timer will start after the first question when you give the answer. Okay, let's go. The French-Swiss architect and town planner Le Corbusier is credited with planning which Indian city?
Pass.
Okay, which actor's last released film was titled Dil Bechara?
Sushant Singh Rajput.
In which Indian state or union territory would you find the Wooler Lake?
Odisha.
Okay, of which South Indian empire was Hampi the capital?
Pass.
Okay, in 1980, who became the first Indian badminton player to win the All England Championship?
Pass.
Which state's capital was the location of a tragic gas leakage incident in 1984, which killed thousands of people?
Madhya Pradesh.
Correct. What is the first session of the Indian Parliament lasting roughly an hour of each day called?
Pass.
Who is the author of the book, The Blue Umbrella?
Pass.
Who won the Nobel Prize in 1968 for his research in physiology?
Pass.
Okay, and with that, we come to the end of your set of questions. So let's take a look. The French-Swiss architect and town planner Le Corbusier designed the city of Chandigarh. You didn't get that? The answer the actor whose last released film was Dil Bechara was indeed Sushant Singh Rajput. Buller Lake is found in Jammu and Kashmir. The South Indian Empire, of which Hampi was the capital, was Vijayanagara. The person who won the first All England Championship, the first Indian to win the badminton championship, was Prakash Padukone. The state's capital, which was the location of a tragic gas leakage, was Bhopal, which was correctly answered as Madhya Pradesh. It's the capital of Madhya Pradesh. The first session of Indian Parliament lasting roughly an hour is called Question Hour. And the author of the book, The Blue Umbrella, is Ruskin Bond. Okay. And the Nobel Prize in 1968 for physiology was won by Hargobind Khurana. Right. So with that, we come to the end of your set of rapid fire questions. 2 of them were correct. You didn't answer any incorrectly. So you get 10 points for your round. And with this, we come to an end of a pretty long quiz. Okay. I don't know how many of you have never played a quiz before, but here is your chance. I recommend that you keep playing quizzes on Mind Wars, and I can guarantee you that each quiz will be a learning experience for you. It will make you sharper and smarter. Okay. So Mind Wars presented this Mount Litera Zee School National Quiz Championship. This was the grand finale for classes 9 and 10. We had the top 6 teams from 6 different branches of the Mount Litera Zee schools across the country. And we have some winners. So let's take a look at the final scoreboard. And here it comes on your screen. So we have no zeros, although there were some teams that were languishing right in the beginning. So Mount Litera Zee School, Tangi, you end with 8 points. That was in 6th place. In 5th place, we have the MLZS school from Farrukhabad with 11 points. Ahead of them by 2 is the school from Alwar. Ahead of them by quite a jump at 33 is Jaunpur. You did extremely well, but you still weren't able to make it to 2nd place. 2nd place is taken by the Mount Litera Zee School, Roorkee, with 43 points. But winning this quiz in handsome style are the girls from the Mount Litera Zee School, Jajpur, with 83 points. Extremely well done, girls. I'm so happy that you got such a good score. So you're welcome. So these prizes are sponsored by ZLearn. The toppers in this quiz are getting a gift voucher of rupees 10,000, and the first runners up get a gift voucher of rupees 5,000 sponsored by ZLearn. You also get e-certificates signed by the CEO of ZLearn. So I hope this has been an enriching, enlivening, entertaining, and educational experience for all of you. It was a very good quiz for me. I know that some of you started slow and started late, but I hope you enjoyed the quiz. Did you enjoy the quiz?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, obviously the winners will say they enjoyed the quiz, but those who didn't win, did you enjoy the quiz?
Yes.
Okay, so I hope you keep participating in Mind Wars. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel. We keep posting videos, and eventually there will be contests also on that. If you want to take part in the state battle, please participate in it. Check, go online and check our Facebook handle for more information. Do participate. Those are separate prizes, separate quizzes, and they're easier because they're meant for the general public. So I'm sure you'll do extremely well. You took part in a very difficult quiz today, but all of you performed extremely well. Thank you very much. This is Seema Chari signing off. All the very best to all of you. I want you all to now look straight into your camera, and we will all smile and we'll take a screenshot. So I'm going to say 3, 2, 1. Okay. So 3, 2, 1, smile. Right. Once more, because The team Jaunpur, there's somebody opening the door. Okay, they shut the door. Cool, cool, cool. Once more. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much, all of you. All the very best. I know class 10, class 9 and class 10 are difficult years. All the very best to you. Class 10 especially, since I think you should be having a board exam this year. Best of luck, all of you, and see you for another quiz. Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.